Now, see, I can explain. A furry is an animal with human characteristics. I'm a human with cat ears. Semantics, but they work.
You also have a tail.
I do.
Is it a butt plug?
But that's still... It might be.
Yet to be determined when you cosplay him.
That's when I cosplay. You assume I'm going to cosplay that.
Yes. This is within your realm of, like, that tracks for something. Yeah.
Just rock up in a crop top.
Mm-hmm.
And a tail that may and may not be a butt plug.
Welcome to the Streamless Podcast. Today, I'm joined by Cordelia Chase.
Comcast is nerfing my potential.
Oh, so true. So true. Lazy warriors.
And if you ever shitted so hard it felt like you're giving anal birth to a bit of Stonehenge, you know how it feels to drive an Ford F-150.
I can't with that. Thank you.
Also, I like how it was shitted with, like, the soft
Shitted.
D's instead of shitted with the T's.
Oh my god, I had a cool one, but it doesn't follow up with that. And I'm Rhenvi, and canceled plans give me so much joy.
It depends on the plans for me.
I know. I relate this because today I was supposed to have plans in the evening, and I think I'm at an age where I'm just like, one item a day is enough. And I was like, okay, I've got the podcast this morning, and then usually it's like nap freedom until I feel like being an actual human again. And getting that text at like 8 a.m. where it was like, oh, we're sorry. Our cat is not doing so well. We're not feeling so great. We're just going to like have to reschedule. And I'm like, perfect. Like the amount of sinful, like, that extra hour and a half of sleep was just like, so much more blissful. Like, I don't have anything to do after podcast today. I could just sleep forever. And, it's just great because I feel like extroverted me, which is 95% of me, makes plans. And then usually on the day of, there's at least a glimmer of me going, cancel, 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 cancel. And when it happens, I'm like, oh, perfect. Because I won't cancel them usually. But if someone else cancels, I'm like, oh no, don't worry about it. It's totally fine. I like immediately take off makeup, shed clothes, and go right back into bed. And I'm like, yes, this is wonderful. I love this. I wish work canceled on me more than anything else, but no, I cancel on it a fair share. But, you know, canceled plans for me are just chef's kiss. Just, yeah. What were you saying, though, Corey? Depends on...
Oh, it just depends on the situation. Like, if you have plans to go to a concert and the concert gets canceled, that's legit gonna suck. Because that's something you're, like, genuinely, like, you're like, I spent money on this, I enjoy the artist, I want to be there, and then bam, it's over and done with. You're like, well, fuck. At least I get my money back, in most cases.
Yeah.
But then there's things that, like for me, sailing. I love sailing, don't get me wrong, but there are Sunday mornings during the summer when I usually sail where I'm like, are we canceling today? Do I actually have to come over and do the sailing thing? It's one of those, once I'm there, I'm fine. It's just at that moment of wake up. I'm like,
yes.
Dude,
oh, yes.
do I have to? Like, is it worth it?
I regret my life every morning that I wake up, and like I love the podcast, I love recording for it, but I'm always here at like 10:02 because my body's like, it's 9:57. If we can get up and get changed and pee and be there in 3 minutes, we cannot. But you know, it's one of those like, if I just slug out of bed, it'll be okay. And then I feel like I'm just inchworming across the floor to get to here, and I'm like,
burrito.
Once I'm here. Yeah, I'm usually in my blanket. Once I'm here and like awake and we chat, I'm like, oh, I'm having a great time. But hour ago, me was like, fuck this podcast. You know, like not because I want to, but I was just like, sleep would be wonderful, and I will do anything to go back to bed.
It's me Monday to Saturday.
Yeah. Armageddon could be coming, or a tornado could be coming. I'd be like, yeah, okay, shh. And I would just be like, can I just get some more sleep? Also, can the tornado take the 5 rescue dogs in the backyard that scream so much and just whoop them away? That would be perfect. Yeah. No, so much joy. But I understand, especially with concerts and things like that, especially if they reschedule, because you've already planned like this day, you've gotten it approved. Maybe you take the day after off, something like that.
Depending
or you're
on
traveling
the day,
somewhere.
Yeah.
Yeah, and maybe you're going somewhere, and you got a hotel or a flight or whatever, and you're like,
fuck.
No, you've just fucked me out of X amount of money and time off, and I can't go to the reschedule. And it's like, well, that's the only option. You don't get your money back, and you're like the Detroit Tigers can go fuck themselves because they have held on to my opening day tickets for a couple of years now. I buy opening day tickets for our baseball team every year. And 2020 obviously got canceled. And 2021 that they did for like a second, they gave them away to the highest bidders in December. Opening day tickets aren't released until like February, March usually. So even though I had tickets, they didn't even inform me and sold them.
Oh.
So I got screwed. Yeah. And then this year I wasn't able to make the rescheduled dates because they'd moved some stuff around. And I was like, you guys have just been holding on to my like $150 because it was 2 tickets for good seats for 2 years and haven't given me refund, haven't given me anything but reschedule. And I'm like, I've been doing opening day for like 10 years and you're fucking with my life. I'm really mad right now. So yeah, there's that. So I love them, but I hate them. It was just so funny because my in-laws just bought us Detroit Tigers jerseys and I was like, oh, thank you. Fuckers. Like, God damn it. Oh my God.
So is this kind of the same situation as with the flights company that shall not be named?
Frontier?
Fuck him! Never use them again! Fuck him!
Oh, I accidentally scheduled a flight with them. Oh well.
Just a week later, after the episode goes off. So...
About
cool.
Frontier.
We cool. You didn't listen to this, did you?
Don't feel bad. I made it even worse for myself going to Dragon Con. Is there a worse than Frontier? Yes, it's called Spirit.
Oh.
So, yeah, but I do have an upcoming Delta flight at the end of next month. And I'm going to be like, baby. Because there's just nothing better. Like, I just literally feel like I'm a $2 hoe on any other airplane besides Delta.
They make you feel like a $3 hoe.
No.
$3 hoe.
Look, I've had the only 2, and I don't have extensive flight history, but of all the flight carriers, businesses, whatever the fuck you want to call them, the 2 that I've had the best experiences on are Delta and, as surprising as it sounds, American Airlines.
I've never flown American. I think it's probably one of the only domestic ones I haven't, because I've been on JetBlue, Frontier, Spirit, Delta, United. Yeah, I think it's the only one I haven't been on.
Yeah.
Are they decent?
They're decent. Yeah, but there's, I think more recently, they're like, everything's just, gone to shit with them or something. But, that's kind of just the world right now with the way everything's trying to function. And unable to function because we're still in a goddamn panini. But we're pretending like we're not.
Yeah. Yeah. No, but it's, I'll let you know how that goes. But currently I'm, and I meant to tell you.
Oh.
That Frontier flight, the second one, not the first one, they actually had snacks.
Aww.
It cost you money.
Oh, well.
But I got myself a little cheese plate. And I was like, a little cheese. Watch my little Netflix.
Was that like, what, $20
like,
for that?
$7, I think.
I was like, because they're kind of holding you hostage at that point. You're on the flight. Yeah. You're in the middle of the air. If you're hungry and you did not bring your own snacks.
Yeah.
You're...
Oh.
Yeah.
And it was early enough in the morning that I was like, I didn't get didn't bring anything for lunch. I don't think I had breakfast. I was like, this is not going to be I'm going to have a low sugar issue in a minute here if I don't have something to eat. And I was like, God. And they closed the door and I was like, oh, F. But I have a really bad tendency to get to the airport, like, for domestic flights, like, last minute. So I'm like, I'll zoom through security and then I will get to the terminal and it's like 20 minutes before boarding and I'm like, perfect, because I hate waiting. And I'm just like, no. And with our local airport you can usually pretty fast, so I'm like, I'll risk it.
I'm the paranoid bitch that gets there the 2 hours before the flight because I'm like, God damn, if I'm gonna have to reschedule this motherfucker.
You're like, there will be hell to pay.
They will not give up my seat. They will not leave without me.
Yeah.
Because the anxiety of even thinking about having to change a flight, like reschedule because you missed it or whatever, it just gives me so much anxiety. It's terrible.
Yeah. Well, especially because, like, if you miss it between the time you're going through baggage drop off to the terminal, your bag's gone. You're just not with it. You're like, okay, I'll see you when I see you. Bye, bag. I literally watched it happen when we were getting ready to fly to Philly for a wedding. I saw this person run up and we just heard them ka-chink, close the door. Once they close that door at the airport here, you can't get on. They do not reopen it.
I think that's actually a worldwide rule because it's like a safety thing.
Oh, yeah. See, I haven't flown out of the U.S. I've only flown to places and then travel on a boat. So well, no, I've gone to Canada. I started paying attention. But yeah, it probably is a safety feature. But you could just see this person running and they ka-chink and they were like, can you open? Can I get back on? They're like, no. And I was like, oh no. I don't know where you were going, but you're going to be sitting for a minute. But yeah, no, that would be every time I'm always texting Nate like, made it, and he's like, in the nick of time. But one of these days it's probably gonna bite you, and I was like, you're right. And then I'm gonna be real mad because I won't be here in Detroit, knowing my luck. I'll be stuck in some other city, and I'll be like, so I'm in a hotel room for the night, and he'd be like, what happened? I'd be like, well, sleepy, overslept. What, Simon?
It's getting late. I err on Cordi's side of getting there like 2 hours early. Now it's admittedly not very often I have flown.
Right.
Yeah.
But I feel like I would be the guy to be there 2-3 hours early. No, I'm just gonna buy this overpriced Starbucks and just sip on this one cup for the next 1.5 hours. While eyeing the people at my gate.
Oh no, you aren't one of those stairs, are you?
I don't fucking know. I've not gone alone.
It's been so long since he's gone on a flight that he doesn't know anymore.
I was 16 last time.
You also take mass transit too, so I can only imagine when you're on a bus or something like that. Are you a starer? Like you're just
I'm the guy that just stands up, bouncing up and down because I'm listening to music.
Okay. You're the happy-go-lucky music person, but you're not the like. You're like, hello? Can I help you?
If I catch someone staring at me, I will stare back. And people that stare at me usually think they're like, oh, they're staring back. Oh, they're trying to intimidate me now. I'm just going to keep staring. I'm just there like, I can do this all day, buddy.
No!
With the bulging eyes.
I know. You do that ridiculously well, where it's like, how you doing? I don't have the same effect. Yeah,
I think it has to deal with the eyebrows too. The way his eyebrows move when he does that. Aw.
Well, yeah, and you've got blue eyes, right? So kind of like it's got that like contrast where I've just got the poop brown eyes. So it's like,
I think mine are more gray than blue.
Yeah, it could be. They're not brown. So I'm just like,
true.
Oh, you got eyes.
You got eyes.
You have eyes.
I don't know
when did you grow eyes?
When did you get eyes? That's a new thing.
I mean,
Oh, Rhenvi, no.
Oh, you look so great recently. Have you done something to your eyes? Why, yes, I grew a new pair. Thank you for noticing.
yes. No, like, well, that's something to make note of. So on the train, Simon's the happy bouncing around to music guy, or the bus or whatever, public transit. I am definitely the have my headphones in but not on and reading a book or looking at my phone person and observing the world around me through my ears. The headphones are so people are less likely to bug me. And the book is just totally a red herring. I'm not actually reading it at that point.
It's a decoy.
This is what I did in New York, so yeah.
I need you to talk about that clip you sent me of the Bible. Oh my god, people need to hear it on Streamless, please. Oh
Okay.
god.
Okay. So New York, 2016, October. Setting the scene, fall, so you still have like your hoodie on, but you're not full winter mode or anything yet. I'm sitting on the subway. I'm by myself at that point because the buddy I was going to visit was at work that day. So like I had free reign. I was just doing whatever I wanted to do. I'm on the subway, got my headphones in, obviously no music. And I have the Game of Thrones book out. Now my set of Game of Thrones books are like, maybe 4 or 5 inches tall, 3 inches wide. They're really small. They've got like the stereotypical Bible pages, super thin with super tiny writing.
Uh-huh.
So I'm sitting there and I'm pretending to read at that point. And there's this woman going up and down the train. And she's going, "This is a godless city, and nobody here is going to heaven because you're all heathens. You're going to hell. So it's just typical New York things, right?" And she gets up to me. And again, I'm pretending like I'm listening to music so I don't even acknowledge her existence. And she stands in front of me, and I can see out of the top of my vision that she just goes like, whah, with her arm towards me in my book and goes, "But this woman right here, she's going to heaven because she is reading the good Lord's book." I did not have the heart to tell her that it's Game of Thrones. It is like one of the, not the
yes.
furthest thing from the Bible, but it is pretty darn far away from the Bible.
Yes, the mass murdery incest thing. Yeah, yes.
I mean, to be fair, the Bible has genocide in it and incest, basically, if you think about it, because Adam and Eve had kids, and their kids had to have kids, and anyway, I guess the incest is more implied, but... So actually not that far off.
No.
You should have just looked at him and go, "I can see that you enjoy the similarities between the good book and the Bible."
Oh, but I didn't want to set her off because I didn't know if she would have gotten violent if I mentioned anything against her religion or whatever, or made light of it. Me. So I was just like, I'm a here and I'm gonna turn this page. I mean, it's not set up like the Bible, because aren't Bibles usually like each page is divided into 2 columns as they're, doing the verses down? So like the writing didn't really look like Bible writing, like the format, but she wasn't paying that close of attention. She was just looking at the size and the page quality, is what I'm assuming. It's been like 20 years since I actually looked at a Bible, so I don't know.
I was going to say, last time I saw a Bible was on my grandpa's birthday, and that was just me opening and pretending like I read it, because I didn't really give a shit.
I can't tell you the last time. Although I do check in every hotel room that I go in to see if there's a Bible in the drawer. Because I'm like, were the Gideons here? They were. I'm like, oh my god. But I've never cracked. Not never, but not in the last 20 years. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, no. And I was like, columns. Oh, I think it does have columns. I had to have a whole moment of like, stretch brain, stretch, like Control F, find Bible. I can't. And I was like, sorry, we got nothing for you. And I'm like, oh no, help me.
404 not
I
found.
feel like for legal reasons, I should mention that none of us are actually hating on religion as a whole.
No.
But if you're extremely vocal and unironically in my face screaming about how your religion is the one true out of the several thousands on planet Earth, I will make fun of you. And I will make you cry.
Fair. Yes.
And I'm the aggressive one. I love that.
Yes.
I will make you cry. Oh my god. I could just see you just like getting in their face. Like the reason why like certain animals, like the peacock for example, like gets big and blooms to make themselves like seem more, stronger or aggressive to any predators. I can just see you just going from, little Simon to swell Simon. Like, I will win this.
My plumage.
Yes. Everyone's like, that's not normal. Like, are you an alien? No, maybe.
Just me bouncing up and down. Someone goes, but the Bible! And all you hear is just the... just music from sorrow, just... Ra-ta-ta, me just standing there with a fan.
That would be great. I would love that.
You were saying...
You know what? It could be a butt plug for you, buddy. You can just have it activate.
Butt plug powers activate.
Great.
They hear the woof followed by ha! You were saying.
Oh my god, yes, please. That would be great. I'm like, how would you start that? Would you push the button? And would it be back there? You'd be like, one moment, please, while I fight you on your religion.
And I will feel great about it.
Oh my god. Yes, please. Oh, I can't.
Yes.
Yes. Yes.
Also, on the topic of butt plugs, I might have been looking and I found one that's literally fucking Soren's eye. So you can imagine, like, you are getting with your woman, she got her ass up, you're spreading them cheeks, and Soren is staring at you. Fucking Sauron, just whispering about the ring, of all things, towards you.
For no reason, I'm gonna need that link.
One ring to rule them all, indeed.
Could you imagine? Oh, I almost want to prank somebody. Well, we know who. Oh, that'd be great. Oh my god. I don't know if he would just cackle and be like, I can't.
I feel like you know the good type of person when they see Sauron's eye, and the first thing they go is, my precious.
Oh my god.
The hobbits.
Oh, Jesus Christ. That would be beautiful. What other butt plugs you find?
Oh, I found something that looked like a flower. I found one that expands.
What? I hope you mean outside the
We
ass
both
and not
went, what?
inside.
No, in.
Well,
You
okay.
put it in, and then you...
Okay, but for
Oh.
reference for those, because there's no visual here, when he said expands, he took his hands from like a, you just clapped your hands in there together, and he just basically turned them so that they were a straight line. He opened them up until they were a straight line. Hence our... Yeah.
What? That's like a cat penis at that point. It's just barbed into you. Like, that sounds horrible.
Oh no. Oh no. He's got that
god.
look.
Oh god.
Simon.
The world is deprived.
Deprived. Of what?
Of goodness until I find the insanity.
Oh no. Oh no.
Oh, my FBI guy is not gonna like this, Serge.
Just
I'm sorry, Gregory.
Have we checked on them lately? Because I feel like your search history is probably just as weird as mine.
I'm not saying that out loud, but that is what's currently in my search history.
I'll say it for you. He sent it to us in DMs and he said cat butt plug.
Yep.
Look, for a while there was that fake infomercial for like jewels that you would string over your cat's tail to cover over their ass.
Yes.
And that's all I can think. I know it's not a butt plug, but it's something similar to like it made me
Please
think
tell
of
me
it.
that came up in your search results. Damn it. I remember that too. It's like,
I
just
found
cover
cattail butt plugs is what comes up, which is, I would say it wasn't what I was looking for, but it's definitely better than what you could have feared.
True. True.
Because I just heard the fucking barbs, and I was like, oh god, is that an actual thing that you can get?
Yeah.
And
No,
then
no.
I pushed enter on cat butt plug, and I realized, oh no, this could send me down a deep rabbit hole I did not expect to find.
His computer just suddenly clicks over and it's like dark web activated. It's like, oh no.
Are you sure you want to do this? Insert address.
100%. What was that game? There was a game that was out a while ago that you basically had to keep going to your computer and finding things on the dark web, but someone was trying to attack you and you had to like hide.
I have that in my Steam library. Hold on.
All I could think, yeah, you're fine. But all I could think of is Simon going over to the little VPN, and then Gregory's like looming. Yeah,
Welcome to the game.
that's it. There,
I was terrible at that game.
Oh, I would be too. I wouldn't notice if someone was there. I was playing, Mortuary Assistant, and I didn't realize half the time when people were there, and I was like, oh my god! Jeez, where did you come from? And at one point, I was on the screen where you have to, like, do stuff, or enter stuff in from the body, and I didn't realize for a hot minute that there was just a person behind the computer, and I was like, I'm not exiting. You can go the fuck away with that shit. Like, leave me be. No. But yeah, welcome to the game is all I could think of. And yep, that is the accessory that turns your cat's butt into a glittering jewel. Thank you.
Look, welcome to the game. It wasn't that I didn't notice when shit was happening outside the computer. I just couldn't figure out the shit on the computer to actually, do the stuff that you're supposed to do.
Yeah, and it's all like weird, questionable sites. But
how to dispose of a body.
Yeah, but then it would be like, and then doll play. And you're like, wait, what? And then something else. It was just like really weird. And you're like, I don't understand what I should be. But watching playthroughs of that, people getting spooked, I was like, not real glad I'm like, not the one playing it. And I'm over here. That's all I could think of. But,
it's okay.
yes.
What?
What are you brewing?
I've gone down. My brain and my website, my search history has gone down a deep dog hole. Pun intended.
Oh, fuck. I walked right into that too. Like, yeah.
But also, my brain has returned to. Did anyone ever see that video where it's like, it is someone with their ass up, and then they've got the balls, the
anal beads.
Anal beads, yeah. They've got and they're like massive, baseball-sized beads.
Oh no!
Just almost baseball sound. And all you hear is just music going, Beyblade, Beyblade, let it rip. And this guy just. Woof!
No! Oh!
No.
Oddly, I hope they spun afterwards. But
God.
It's just one of those, you saw it and I was like, what's gonna happen?
I never need to see that because you've given me enough of a visual that I'm like, oh my god. Ouch.
But also, how did you get enough in there to make the...
I
love that you got that sound effect. No, all I can think of is like, there are times where you're just trying to shit so hard, and you're like, is this bitch coming out sideways? That's all I can think of, and just be like repeating sideways one, just bloop, 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 and I'm like, oh no.
But it's
No.
speed.
Yeah, no. The rectum damn near killed him. Like, I would need surgery. Like, please close this. Thank you. How did this happen? We aren't talking about it. These are not the droids you're looking for.
You heard of Beyblade?
No. I just imagine the conversation. There's a patient that comes in with that issue, and you're like, the Beyblade. And you're like, I'll take you back. We got you. It's like, no.
That one guy is like, have you ever heard of Beyblade? Oh yeah, my son plays it all the time. Oh.
Yeah. 100% that would be you.
Just concern increases.
Like, oh no. You think it's so innocent, and you just realize it's not.
Nope.
Just also the fact that there's people who's been going to the hospital with a Buzz Lightyear figure up their asshole.
I heard about that.
I just really wanted to be that one person that shoves it up their right going to infinity and beyond.
I saw the story on that. I don't know if it was real or not, but they were like, they forgot that the wings expand. So they went and they were, and it was like, and now they can't get it out. And I was like, oh, no. Oh no. How do you I think it's like on Reddit or something, and I was like, oh god, are you alive? Do you still have an asshole? Like, first of all, can you sit properly? Are you all right?
Well, I think it would more so just lock it in place rather than like tear into tissues, really, unless you started trying to pull it out at that point, in which case, holy fuck no.
Right, but just imagine being the butthole owner when they had to get it out, and they're like, yeah, we're just gonna have to insert scissors in to cut the wings.
No, look, they probably put that person under. I would bet.
I'll just say.
I would hope.
Because if they didn't, that's something you're gonna need therapy for.
So you need to relax. You need to relax. Ching, ching. We need you to relax.
Oh god, that's all I could think. It was just like turn and cough. Just it's okay. Just deep breathe. Just pull it out.
Oh.
I'm really glad you just eat inedible shit and not put inedible shit up your ass. Thank you.
Right. Yeah, no.
Don't look at the condiments. Don't look at the condiments. No.
Dry aged mayonnaise.
I don't. Oh my fucking.
What
Christ.
the fuck is dry aged mayonnaise anyway?
I don't know.
Dust.
It's aged and dry. I'd assume. I don't know. I know you can get dry aged meat, but I'm like, isn't that just keeping it in a cupboard?
Dry aged meat? Isn't that jerky?
It's. You're not technically wrong, but like
The short circuit there was beautiful.
this was
Yeah, you know, wrong, you know. So just lots of salt and spices. Okay. Interesting.
My brain
worried.
just went
You're
salt and
looking
spices,
worried.
just like my sex life, but that is nothing like my sex life.
Sounds like you need some dry aged mayonnaise in that bitch.
Oh.
Well, my husband is older than I am.
I am so proud of you for going there. I am so proud of you for going there. Oh my god. And we had to pick mayonnaise of all things. So anyway. Woo. How's your beef jerky? Oh god. I regret nothing. That was
When
beautiful.
the nozzle is so unused, it just shoots powder.
You gotta add water to make it constitute.
No. It's not Jiffy Mix. You just add water to make it happen. Oh my god.
No, it's just... On the plus side, you don't need one of those, like, powder firehouses. You just have a good time.
Kitchen fire? Just find dry-aged beef to take it out. It's fine.
Is your house on fire? Have a wank.
Call the wanker brigade.
Oh no. Oh, wait a minute. So if the fire department goes wee woo, what does the wanker brigade go?
Oh yeah.
Could you imagine dead ass driving down the street? You just hear, what? And you're like, oh, let me get over so they can drive on by and put out that fire.
Oh, it's those jerk-offs again.
No.
Yeah. But, like, where would they come from? Like, would these be, like,
The
retirement
penises.
home people? Like, no, but they have to be dry-aged, right? So, like, what age are they, you know?
Oh, I thought you meant the exit of them.
I'm just saying, you have to have a lot of powder, so you have to not be getting a lot of action. Like, there's a certain age where that's, like, a thing.
It's just incels, the lot of them.
Thinking about going there, but I was like, no, I can't.
I think we broke Cordi.
It's just
We found a use for them.
40-odd-year-old men who's been spending the majority of their life just sitting there like, I was nice to this girl 4 times and she didn't give me the pussy. Women are trash.
Yeah. They would be the perfect ones to do that. Yeah.
Actually shooting dust.
Could you imagine? Could you imagine, though? Like, as a woman, as anybody who receives on the other end, I can feel it when it happens.
Mm-hmm.
I can only imagine if someone was like, inside, and you're like, whoa! What the fuck? Excuse me? Oh my god! You're like, why when I queef, is there powder? What is happening? What's going on here? This is not natural.
Oh no.
I mean, how do you clean up after that? Like a fucking canned air? I mean, how do you take care of that, you know? I mean, dust on keyboard, canned air. Dust in hoo-hoo, canned air. Like, how handle? What do?
You just ask him to you just ask him to set his penis to suck instead.
My mind just went to Kirby. What if Kirby inhaled? What would be his power?
His power would be Fedora.
Nope. I'm just imagining going.
Did you get it this time, Simon?
No, it's elusive.
For those at home, Simon has been desperately trying to kill this fly the entire recording. It's just like, I feel like it dive bombs you and it's like, haha, can't get me.
This is small.
Can't get me. I had a fly situation last night and it creeped the shit out of me. There was a fly that landed literally right here. Right here. I didn't know. I just felt a tickle and I was like, oh, or I just happened to look quickly as well. Like I thought it was like a hair or whatever else or something. Y'all, dead ass. It was a fly. But what I did is I wiped like this and I went like this because I was like, oh, it's just a natural whatever. Mm-hmm. I smeared that fly.
Oh.
And I went to go, you know that moment where you're like, that tactile response to the brain is, it takes a second sometimes. You're like, what happened? It's almost like I akin it to like when I feel like when men get kicked in the balls, it's like they know it's gonna hurt, but they have that 1 second before they're like, "Oh shit!"
you get kicked in the balls and you got that nanosecond of brace.
that, and I was like, I realized that's not hair or is that a crazy bug? And I was like, it was on my face. It was was it coming from my nose? Was it going in my nose? So I was like, I had a whole moment of like, I was on a video call with someone too, and they had gotten up to go to the bathroom. I'm just sitting here panic attacking, and then I'm like, ah, I'm like I'm hand sanitizing, like freaking out. They're like, "Are you okay?" And I'm like, "No, I'm really not okay." First of all, my cat-like reflexes don't exist. Secondly, how the fuck did I get a fly out of my nose? I have so many questions. Like, am I dead? Am I rotting? I don't know. Like, why was there it was a whole ass like housefly? Like it wasn't like a gnat. It was just, and I was like, what? What? So now every time I feel like a tickle, I'm just like, is it a fly? Is it a bug? Like, I already have an aversion to bugs, especially spiders. So I'm just like, fear unlocked. I'm just like, achievement unlocked. Fear realized. And I was like, no, please, God. So, maybe you'll get lucky. You'll get caught in your mustache and you can just roll them out like a joint.
Yes, indeed.
Yeah. Pull the curls up. Get ready for it.
Fuck
a little landing pad.
Just have the bicycle, a fucking little bicycle moustache.
Yeah. I kind of feel like you would be the person who would enter one of those like beard or mustache competitions, like if given the opportunity, where it would just be like, I don't know, you would do the Fu Manchu in a second, and then I think you do the handlebar. I think you do like all different things just left on your own, because like, again, that's my circle of like that would track for you. But you would
I would do that one moustache that everybody would know as well.
John Waters? No.
Cancelled.
What? Charlie Chaplin?
Shut the fuck up. The Charlie Chaplin. Get out of here.
It's his moustache, isn't it?
Good God. Cordy is so displeased. Do you see this? You are triggering their villain arc. Stop.
By invoking Charlie Chaplin. Okay, I see how it is. This is my story and I'm sticking to it.
I'm just saying. I will have a tarp and shovel and no one will know. It's okay. You're like, yourself. Yes.
I will do all of them.
Oh, God.
Oh, no.
Yeah? I'm pretty
Really?
Yes.
I can't with you.
I will vehemently prove my point, whether or not that was actually my point.
Yeah, sure.
No. So, buddy, speaking of chatting, want to talk about chatting on Twitch?
I feel like chat... As a streamer, I want to talk about chat on Twitch, because I feel like when you're a streamer and you're having fun with chat, they bully the fuck out of you. And when they bully the fuck out of you, that's funny as hell. That's how you know they like you. And I feel like everyone who has the immediate response of, these guys love me, they call me a dumbass and loser, they must like me. I feel like we all got bullied at school and we're all just deeply broken people. And somehow that just makes for entertainment. Childhood trauma? Do you mean entertainer?
Oh, shit, the lines are connecting.
There's actually a slightly different curve for people who were raised as girls, because, there's that whole thing of, oh, if he's picking on you, he likes you. So, like, we're conditioned for that, which I do not like that idea. And so, there's a little bit of that when it comes to being raised female. Yeah.
I will say there's some truth to that statement.
How?
Because I do it with everybody. If I give people shit, just on a regular basis, that means that means I like them enough to talk to them.
Well,
if I dislike you and if I think you're genuinely a waste of time, I just don't want to talk to you. But if I like you, I'm going to give you shit.
Yeah, but this is as an adult. When you are a child and there's a boy literally physically touching you, pushing you, or hitting you, they're like, oh, he likes you. And you're like, oh, so this is what it means to be liked. Especially for a child with low self-esteem. Then you grow into an adult with low self-esteem, and that's what you look for as validation.
Yeah. Yeah.
And
not wrong.
Like, there's variations. Some people actually don't grow up in doing that and all, looking for that in their validation, in their love. But, like, unfortunately, because we are brought up that way and in our formative minds, it's a thing. And we're like, hey, this is fine. Everyone was like, yeah, that's cool. He just likes you. Don't worry about it. Because they take no action against the perpetrator. You grow into an adult, and even though ultimately you know it's not right, there's still that part of you that at your core is just like, no, it's fine.
Yeah.
But when you're doing this as an adult, it's easier, like, to tell when it's a joking picking on you rather than actual emotional or physical abuse. So, like, you're shit posting and poking fun at us all the time, Simon. Yeah, we know that's out of love. Like, that is genuine love for us. But, you're not being malicious about it.
Right.
We can tell you're not being malicious about it. Oh, don't you dare. Yeah. Don't you dare give me that look.
God, my game. Someone turn on the Doom 2016 music. I'm going deep.
Oh. No, there is a lot of validity, though, to what Corey just said. Like, I had similar things where it was like you had low self-esteem, and I ended up dating someone who was that person as an adult. Like, they didn't, they were, and I was like, it's fine. It's not. Now me is like really happy they're in prison. Like, no cap. Yeah. I'll show you later. But like, that's not okay. But you don't learn that that's not okay. You just kind of accept it. And you're like, oh, okay.
This is just fine. The status quo.
This is just the status quo. This is what I've been told about. And it's like, yeah, no, it actually should never happen to anybody. But you really are. I don't know if they still do it now because I can't, morph back into being a little kid. But I think we're more aware in general, which is great, about, mental health, about abuse, about, making sure you're safe and comfortable. But back then it was like, well, they like you, it's fine. And like, I told you guys a story before about James, who used to like hit me with a stupid rubber snake. Yep. And I was like, I'm a kid who I'll punch back. and I have had moments where, like, I've heard from a friend of mine raising their kids that one of their, and it cracked me up because this person is like a pocket full of sunshine. So like, I was like so shocked they told me what they told me. But their kid, when they were young, were going through a whole biting thing. They just run up and just bite, and they ran up and bit her, and she bit him back. And I was like, what? Like, my mind went, woo! And I'm like, I would be that parent. I'd be like, yeah, you know what it feels like? Chomp. Like, I'm not playing this game with you. Stop biting people.
Now that being said, it also works on the other side too, because these boys are being told, hey, this is how you show, somebody you like them. So there's two sides to that. It's reinforcing the behavior of the person doing the bullying in that case, and it's reinforcing the fact that that's the way things should be for the person who was getting bullied in that regard. So, there's two sides to that, and I completely understand that.
You'll have boys going up to other boys saying, oh, girls are gross, because they're different from boys, therefore they're gross. And then you'll have the parents who's like, oh, you got yourself a little girlfriend, and then acting like that's something you should be embarrassed about.
Yeah, there's that too.
Which just reinforces the whole idea. So that's like when a boy like, oh, she's kind of nice. No, girls are disgusting.
Yeah.
I will show my love with this rock.
Yeah, please don't. But like, I think there's a phase of that, right? So like, when they're real young, I remember like my very first, I'll say like baby boyfriend, right? I was a little kid and our parents got along, Adam, and it was like, we were cutesy and we would hold hands and we'd be like, I was way teeny. And then grew out of that stage to rocks. And then it went to, I gotta be cool. I gotta get a cool girlfriend, or, this like that. And it's just kind of this like weird. And I feel like there was probably outside influences like that where it's like, oh yeah, a little girlfriend. And it's like, what? Now it's weird. And it's like, it could have just been cool. Hope you're doing good, Adam. Anyway, so like, hope your life's treating you well.
I was saying, like, as you grow up,
Yeah.
there's the things like you learn the nuances, you learn the do's and don'ts, and you make mistakes, and you grow up, you grow from them. Either people do shit to you or you do shit to them, right?
Mm-hmm.
And you grow from that. You learn. Hopefully, you learn. If you're one of the people that didn't learn, go to jail.
Mr. Monopoly over here.
But you
go to jail card.
But you learn from it, and god damn, has my taste changed since I was a kid, bro. And women.
Yeah.
Like, I used to grow up and like, I just want someone who's I really wanted someone who's like deeply feminine, like borderline Disney princess-esque. And then someone asked me today, like, oh, what's your type of woman? I want someone who will literally punch me in the face if I scare her doing a horror movie. I want one that if I'm being stupid, she will clap back hard enough for my ancestors to feel it. The burn needs to be untreatable unless I go to the ER. Like, I want someone with a backbone and a tongue that says, bah!
You know what? Good on you. Also, I could never see you with a Disney princess type person.
Can you see that?
You would get so fed up so quickly.
I would be so angry. Like, she would be walking around, la 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 la. Meanwhile, I'm just like, la 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 la, shoot yourself, bitch.
Just imagine you picking them up like Tinkerbell, like, no, time for you to go away. Just dropping them off somewhere.
Yes, I'm gonna put you on the fridge until you reach the goth face at some point.
Jesus Christ. No. I got sent a TikTok a short joke like that the other day, and it was like, yeah, well, I'm gonna put you on the fridge, and then until you calm down, I'm not bringing you back down. And I was like, I'm small. That's a long distance. No. Mean.
It's like, I can't even reach the top when I'm on the ground.
I really can't.
Oh.
Oh, dear.
That's the worst part. I'm like, no, please no. I keep teasing Blue. I'm like, one day, dude, I'm just gonna pull up, grab you, because Blue is ridiculously tall, and we're gonna go to Costco, and you're gonna reach all the shit I can't touch. You're just gonna like put it in the cart. I'm gonna go to every store where there's like seeing over the top of the shelves and be like, is there any up top? Cool, thanks, grab that. And he'd be like, can I go home now? No, dude. There's so many things I can't reach.
No, you chose the tall life.
You chose the tall life? Yes.
You could have just not drunk your milk. You could have just not had your milk, but you did choose to get your milk. So that's on you.
You could have just had coffee as a child.
Fuck yeah. Oh man, if I had coffee as a child, I would have been insufferable.
The face changed from haha to insufferable. It was like, whoa. Yeah. I think after your instant restart and software reboot, I think adding anything else to your childhood would have been a bit much. So, yeah, those circuits had to rebuild.
Well, growing up, I was always asking for like my dad's coffee or my uncle's coffee, and they're like, no, it'll stunt your growth. When in reality, now I know they just didn't want to give me caffeine. But for the longest time,
like, could that happen?
For the longest time, I thought it was like a legit thing. So
speaking of taking adults' drinks, I didn't know as a kid. I love eggnog. I am disgustingly addicted to eggnog. I don't know why. It's thick. It's yummy. It's cinnamony. Great. Did not. I know. Either you love it or you hate it. There's no in between.
It's a texture thing. It's not the flavor. It's the texture.
Yeah. I don't mind chewing that drink, but I didn't realize. You're welcome. I didn't realize you could make it alcoholic. So my dad was having a Christmas party at the house, and I was really young, and I was like, oh, fuck yeah, there's eggnog. And I, got myself a big old cup and sat down in front of my show, and I was like,
no.
this tastes a little different. And then I just remember being gone. I was carried to bed, and I was like, what happened? And they're like, no, you're fine. Here's some ginger ale. You can see the concern, but I didn't understand the concern until later, and I was told this story, and I was like, oh, that's why I don't remember anything after Scooby-Doo. Gone. And I was like, this tracks.
But there was that one adult there that watched you put it into your cup and just go, not my problem.
As an adult, now I'm like, yeah, absolutely. That's a you thing.
Yeah,
Good luck at
that would have been me. That would have been me.
Or
I would have done that to my own child. Just, you're gonna get fucked up, kid.
Yeah, I was gonna say, or they were that adult that's like, I kind of want to see how this plays out.
Yeah. See, that's my kind of like maniacalness where I'm like, yeah, let's see. I also used to think those little like mini like you just like little shots at the store, like the little mini shot bottles. Mm-hmm. I thought that like the ones that were clear were little water bottles. So I did not learn once. I did not learn twice. I learned about wine too. We'll get there. And so I just opened one up and was like, oh, water. And I just took it back because I just was like, oh, cute. It's like little Barbie waters. Again, very small. This is probably why my growth was stunted. But so I just drank it all. And I was like, that was really weird tasting water. Yep. Anyway, that hit me like a sack of bricks. It's like, oh no. One of those ones where you're like, I have fucked up. And I know that my dad found out. I know that he saw it at some point and he was like, oh shit. Like, where is she? Is she breathing? And then again, things that look alike. Like I thought, how would I not know that wine wasn't like cranberry or grape juice? How would I know? Mm-hmm. Didn't know. It was open. It was there. It was cool.
It's got grapes on the label.
It's deceptive.
Was like, this is really weird tasting. At no point in this time did my brain go, maybe we shouldn't be drinking these items. But I had to find out.
Kid brain.
Like, yeah, I had to find out.
Just fucking. No.
I was confidently, probably from ages 3 to 6, I'm sure I was drunk. But, trying to figure out things in life. And I remember, I think I found out about gin, and I, to this day, hate gin. And I was like,
preach.
I will only drink gin in gin and tonics. That's it. Yep, I can't.
No,
you could not pay me to drink that.
Exactly, you couldn't pay me, and I'm like, Apparently, though, people have told me they've made me some craft cocktails with gin in it, and I was like, well, it must not have been a major component because I don't know what that dance was, but I could not drink that recreationally. Like it had to be like the 18th item added to that drink, like at a splash, because no. No.
How can you enjoy that? Witch's brew.
What? Gin and tonic? With a lime twist? Hell yeah. Let's fucking go.
Oh yeah.
I'm on Team Simon for this one.
Look, when I went to my old manager's retirement party, I had one drink while I was waiting for my food an absorbently long time because they lost my ticket for the food. And I ordered a gin and tonic. It's not my favorite, but I didn't want to order bourbon and spend like $20 on an order of bourbon. So, I spent, $6 on gin and tonic. It's fine.
The disapproval on Simon's face is like, when like cats smell something they don't like, they have that whole little face. It was just like, I absolutely cannot do that.
I no. Yeah. I do not deal with that. It's like the bottom swell from the witch's cauldron, and then you just add some sparkling water to it, like fucking.
Don't forget the lime.
You don't have to make it worse. Fucking.
I can't.
I like how we just let him sit in his disgust.
Yeah.
So cheese on Nutella.
No.
Mm.
I have a Twitter to send you. Yes. Actually, you both should hear about it, and everybody on stream should hear about it. I think it's called Fucked Up Foods. Oh my god. The stuff they put on there. Fucked up looking food. Yeah. It's at Fucked Up Foods. And I gotta tell you, some of this shit is amazing. Was you said cheese Nutella, and I was like, I'm pretty sure that was on here.
I feel like whatever's going to be sent now is going to be something where I go, ooh, that looks kind of good.
You would. I already know. But before we get to that, if we had to find either of you outside the podcast, Simon, where can we find you?
I'm on Twitter, at Warriors Lazy. I've got a link tree on there and it's all stuff. Yes.
Yes.
Yes. Yes.
No, do your whole socials in the gremlin voice. Fuck yeah, do it. Yeah. Fuck yeah.
You can find me on the 3 T's. Twitch, Twitter, TikTok, at Cordelia Chase. Cordilia Chase. And Rhenvi, how about you? Oh, wait a minute. We have a caption contest. Nobody submitted for episode 1, so don't forget to get your submissions in. Check our Twitter. And where is our Twitter, Rhenvi?
It is at StreamlessPod. And our email is streamlesspod@gmail.com. And if you're looking to find out where you can find me, everything is linked on Twitter, and that is at RenegadeG, RHENE, capital G on the end. And until next time, bye.
Bye. Come on, Simon.
Butt plugs.
Y'all have a good one.